Hello everybody and welcome back to Fate Extra. I'm Kirukan and thank you for joining me. I actually recorded this last night, and the recording got corrupted and now I have to do it all over again, and thank goodness I had a backup. Right, back to the... Sorry. I wonder how long I've been out. The last thing I remember from yesterday is Julius's attack and then being swallowed by light. Still dazed, I move my head some. It appears my motor skills are intact and my body's okay. I'm sore all over, but I'm alive. Sorry about that. I sit up and open my eyes. Morning, Hakuno. Good thing you finally woke up. Things got pretty dicey in there. You've been asleep ever since the imposed withdrawal. Checking my portable terminal, I see that a day has passed. Reen ejected me from the arena when Julius attacked. I've been asleep from the shock ever since, I guess. You're lucky he attacked in there. Elsewhere, an imposed withdrawal would have been difficult to perform. A silver lining in a dark cloud, I suppose. That's right. About the bypass circuit. Is it in progress? The bypass circuit is providing a satisfactory influx, so I should be able to supply magic. What a relief. Excuse me. God, I hope that didn't get recorded. Okay, stop. Stop doing gross bodily things, body. It's pure luck that Reen found a way to heal Archer just in time.
Okay.
Can you close your eyes for a second? I wonder why. Still, I do as I'm told. Don't open them until I say. Is it my imagination or is Reen really close by? Suddenly there is a soft touch against my lips. Is this another procedure that'll supply my servant with magic? Alright, calm down, me. Okay, you can open your eyes. I didn't burp when you did that, did I? I'm so sorry if you guys heard that. I'll try to remember to edit it out if it got recorded. Because, I know, that kind of stuff is gross when LPers do it, and I'm wasting time, sorry. My heart is still racing and my body temperature is too high. What am I so nervous about? Reen grumbles to herself. Is there some sort of problem? It's nothing. There's nothing even remotely like a problem occurring at the moment. Just now I ran a program that interrupts the contractual bond between you and your servant. I should now be able to supply magic to your servant directly from myself. That soft sensation still lingers on my lips. When I look at Reen, she blushes and looks away. I swear, you are so dense! Well, everything's in order to supply your servant with magic. I'll perform the treatment, so you can just come back to the nurse's office this evening. This isn't right. I can't keep leaving everything up to Reen. If there's anything at all I can do to help... I said I'd do it. It's fine, and considering what I have to do, it'd be even more embarrassed. I mean, leave this one to me. Just go putz around in the library or something. And absolutely don't peek inside the nurse's office. Don't peek? She probably doesn't want any distractions while she's working. I should do as she says and wait until evening. I wonder how long it's been since Reen took Archer down to the nurse's office. According to the time on my terminal, not all that much time has passed. I wonder if my anxiety comes from being in the middle of a war zone without my closest ally by my side. I guess I'll go to the library and wait around for her to contact me. Or maybe I should just head straight for the nurse's office? Of course I'm going to go straight to the nurse's office, for comedy's sake. Oh, I'm going to be so pissed if I lose the video this time. Hello there, Hakuno. As soon as Reen showed up, I was unceremoniously shown the door. I wonder what she's up to. I could get fired for this. How am I supposed to do my job out here? I know that I was told to stay out, but I'm Archer's master. I can't help but be worried. What should I do? The choice is clear. As a master, the welfare of my servant should always come first. As I put my hand on? I think that's a typo. I think I noticed that last time, too. As I put my hand on the door, I feel a slight shock as if I was plugged into a socket. I crack the door open and peer inside. You know the procedure for a temporary contract. Okay then, let's just get this over with. What in the... How can you be so open to this? Wait a second, how the hell do you know so much about thaumaturgy in the first place? I can't really see anything. What's going on in there? If I open the door a bit more... As I open the door, an incredible fragrance overwhelms my senses. The scent is impossible to define, but it somehow stimulates every fiber of my being. All of a sudden, what could that possibly... What in the... Hakuno, don't tell me you were peeking in! I see flashing lights and my body goes numb as I sink to the floor, my mind totally blank. I must have set off an incredibly powerful trap. For an instant, I saw a naked, slender leg. I told you to stay out! If you peek in again, I swear I'll wipe every last memory of yours! Her anger washed over me like a wave. All I could think about was her leg and other... No, better not to dwell on that. The next time I try to peek will probably end up being fatal. That's another typo! They spelled peek in the wrong manner. Silly translators. I guess I'll just go kill time in the library instead. Bleh. I can't speak English. Instead. Also, if you're hearing a clicking in my voice, that's because I've got a cough drop. Look at Rin getting all flustered and awkward. Isn't she cute? If I were her, I'd do more than... What in the hell? She definitely doesn't seem like herself right now. She's actually kind of creeping me out, so I think I'll just leave her alone for now. That's actually something relevant to the sequel, which I'll probably never get to play because it never came out outside of Japan. Maybe if they finish that fan translation. Big maybe, though. Okay, she didn't have anything to say. Okay, makes sense. I just wanted to see what they'd say. I've never thought to check on them while in this part of the story. So I guess we'll head for the library now. Thank goodness I had that backup save. I think I'll prowl around the library until I hear from Rin. I better make the most of what time still remains. As I comb the bookshelves for more information, the presence of some unforeseen... distracts. Unseen, not unforeseen. Oh, hello. The source of that voice could only be Leo. I wonder what he wants from me. I have come to bid you farewell, as I hear your next opponent is my brother. His brother? Is he talking about Julius? Oh, you didn't know? He and I are stepbrothers. Of course, that has nothing to do with his participation in the Holy Grail War. His only reason for being here is to protect the next head of the Haraway family. I wonder what he means exactly by bid you farewell. There's no way you'll win. With that in mind, I wanted to say my farewells before your inevitable demise. Damn the balls on this kid. Our skill levels may be different, but I have no intention of just rolling over and dying. Some things can't be overcome through strength of will. My brother is simply too skilled for you to defeat. That may be true, but even you can't predict how our battle will end. There are no absolutes, especially in this world. Yes, I suppose you are right. There are no guarantees, even for him. I have no arguments to offer. Leo gives a little nod as if in appreciation of the limits us mortals face, but I don't think that nod was for me. It was for his brother Julius. If heaven sides against my brother, he is not one to fight it. However, that is a discussion for another time. In this case, I believe my brother will be victorious. But should he be defeated, then it'd obviously be the result of bad luck, or perhaps he had no luck at all. I am ruining these conversations all over again. How can he be so pragmatic about the possible death of his own brother? Why wouldn't Leo wish for Julius to claim victory? No, I would never go so low as to wish for victory of any kind. That is not the way of kings. Anyone else see how weird his head looks? I mean, in the 3D model. As heartless as this may sound, my brother's victory or defeat would be of no consequence to me. His efforts will all be self-serving. If that effort doesn't benefit his lord, then it has no meaning. More to the point, his victory here will mean nothing, for I will be the sole survivor of this war. Eventually he will die by my hand. Why, then, would I wish for his success in the preceding rounds? Although if there is any consolation to be found, it would be in the fact that he will have died for a purpose. My brother will be the foundation for which I will build my rule, from which the masses will benefit greatly. So this is how Leo sees everything. So these are the true thoughts of the one who has been ordained to rule the world. My business with you has now come to an end, so if you'll excuse me, I must be going. I've been meaning to have a serious conversation with you for quite some time now. As long as you believe that you'll survive until the end, farewells made now would be premature. We will probably meet again, should the chance present itself. I can't English. Also, I'm thirsty. And just as they had when he appeared, the sound of his footsteps managed to convey his regal bearing. I didn't need Leo to point out just how much more skilled Julius is at combat than me. However, I have no intention of giving up. After all, I'm not in this alone. Speak of the devil. I finished the magic restoration. Archer should be fine now. Come meet me on the first floor. To the first floor! Yay! Well, I think I'm making better time than last time. Slightly, anyway. Hakuno, I'm finished. Just like the terminal said, when I reach the first floor, Rin is waiting for me. My servant is behind her. Oh, you got here early. What's going on? Archer seems a little off. I mean, he isn't a foreigner to sarcasm, but maybe something happened during the healing process? There weren't any problems. I was surprised how smoothly it went. Turns out we're very compatible. There is no longer any obstacle preventing us from fighting. I am sorry I worried you, Master. As you can see, my magic circulates correctly again. It took a lot of skill to perform that procedure. The nurse's office smells sweet. Maybe I should ask what they did in there for future reference. What? Interesting. If you want to know so much, why not ask Archer himself? I don't see a reason to explain what happened. You'd be just as well off making it up. Now I'm really curious. I'm curious, but more clueless than before. In any case, Hakuno, even though I told you not to be, you still were a peeping Tom. How could I not? I'm a master. I care what happens to my servant. So that's what they call it these days. You're lucky the trap didn't catch you. If you'd gone in, your electronic brain could have exploded. The trap was meant for the enemy, not you. Rin is pretty scary. I'm glad I didn't interrupt her. Well, I ought to thank Rin. She looks worn out. Well, whatever. It wasn't too much of an imposition. But I'm a bit tired. I'll rest for the remainder of today. I thank Rin and say farewell. With a shuffle in her steps, she disappears down the hallway. As soon as she leaves, the gravity of her situation returns to me. Julius's servant is strong. There's an overwhelming difference between us. I have to be able to retaliate or I will become digital debris. Have more faith in me. I figured out their tricks well enough not to fall for the same thing again. And we will prove them very, very wrong. What a bold assertion from one who just crawled out of the grave. Please no, not the cold rush of death again. By the time my senses revive, Julius has come to confront me. Right back at you, assassin. Want to hear the interesting thing I've learned about you? In our first fight, I noticed you used a Liu Quan technique to release an energy blast. I don't know if I said that correctly. I don't know anything about Chinese pronunciation. That energy release flips one's yin and yang energy. It was originally a breathing exercise for healing. You could say it's a fatal influx of qi, which is the calling card of a certain famous Kenpo artist. Yay, I got information. Yes, splendid! You've seen through my moves to need no second strike. How marvelous, my opponent. Excuse me. There I was again. I am so sorry about that. With my fist, I will crush you into powder and grind you into earth. Ah, this joy is a cheap liquor that I drink and drink but never am sated by. Right, Julius? If by joy you mean bloodlust, I have no interest. Be brief about your business. How about you, my enemy? You must take some joy in bloodshed. Don't group me in with you. My master and I have no path available other than the one of blood. You've been tempted by blood and pulled from status of master to lowly assassin. Haha, you've landed a blow below the belt. It is true, I have very much strayed off my path. The dark side is seductive, as any martial arts instructor knows. Like a snake eating its tail, death leads to blood, leads to death, leads to blood. This blatant bloodlust. Master, he's going to start something. Are you ready? It's unavoidable. If we don't go on the offensive, we will die here. We'll give it all we've got. Hold. Everyone freezes at Kotomine's single word. Coming from him, that single word holds special weight. Now, I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but fighting on school grounds is prohibited. I don't remember what voice I used for Kotomine before. Probably like 4 of them. If you're so eager to kill each other, do it where I won't see. Otherwise, I have to stop you. If you choose to continue, I will be forced to slap you both with a penalty. What shall it be? We don't care, do we, Julius? My interest has waned. Let's go. I don't wish to be saddled with a penalty for ending this weakling. Heh, fair enough. I too wish to avoid a dull fight. Julius leaves. His unseen servant follows, apparently. You will save it for the arena as well, I take it. That's the venue to vent your passion. With that said, Kotomine leaves. Well, if nothing else, I'm glad my servant is back to normal. Like Kotomine said, we can go back to exploring the arena. There's no time to stand around. I head off to the arena. And by arena, I mean my room, because there's an extra conversation with Archer. Sorry for the crunching if you heard that. That was me finishing off the cough drop. Bleh, I can't speak English.
さて、今後の方針、今回の失態についての反省、口にするべきことは多々あるが、やはり初めに言うべきなのはこれだな。見ての通り、こちらの体は万全だ。反撃を始めよう。
Yay! We whooped some butt. Not really, we haven't done shit yet. I'm so cranky at having to redo this. But for you guys, I'll do it. Also, I am going to save. I can save over this one because that one's all screwed up. Well, it's not screwed up, but that's where the next episode would have been. I just realized I didn't really need to save. I didn't need to redo the grinding. I'm stupid! Okay, so we're back here, and I've got to go find Julius so I can whoop his butt. Our opponents are close by. Let's wait and see what they're up to.
準備はいいか、マスター。
My nose is itchy. Again. So, we need to go find Julius, fight him, and then we can do some grinding, which I'll do off screen. Because I don't think you guys want to watch me grind. First, let's kill this thing, because it's going to come after us no matter what.
承知。食らいつけ。フルンディング。
Actually, in regards to fighting Julius and Assassin, there's not too much challenge there this time. I could actually just go find them and fight them and not worry about it. All I need is enough MP to use 3 skills. Since I'm here, I'm gonna grab these items. Ouch! That was kind of loud. Oh, hi, Julius. Neener, neener, neener. You can't get me. I'm such a mature gamer, aren't I? I don't understand. You know the difference in our abilities, so why would you come after us? This has gone beyond ignorance. I'll happily crush your imbecilic exuberance underfoot. Oh, I agree. We're pretty stupid to come after you, but guess what? We're not running away this time. We need to know how we measure up to you in battle. Well said. Julius, would you leave this to me? Yes, we would be in trouble if you couldn't handle yourself in the 6th round. Do as you please. You have my thanks. Now then, young one, how about you gamble your life on that pride of yours? I will make 3 strikes in this fight. If you can hit me within that time, you win. Decent terms, right? You sure about these conditions? You can't change your mind later, you know. Right, let us begin. Taste the fist of an assassin.
気を楽にな。私たちの敵ではないさ。始めるか。
Now, no matter what, you can't hit him here, but you can prevent him from hitting you.
任せろ。
部の通り身をもって知れ。
食らいつけ。フルンディング。
This is one of my favorite chapters in the game. Despite how cranky I am having to redo this episode, I really do love this arc. If for no other reason than this is where you get unlimited blade works. Or whatever your servant's noble phantasm may be. That's kind of a spoiler, sorry. I think we get it just before the boss fight. So, yeah. As you can see, as long as you use the skill on the 4th round, he can't hurt you. You stood your ground. See, Julius? They are not the insignificant warriors you think they are. We managed to survive. Julius's servant was true to his word and only struck back at intervals. But I could easily imagine that if one of those strikes made a direct hit, it could be fatal. I thought I'd be a pro at fighting invisible foes after her blade, but this is more advanced. Archer evaded his opponent nicely, but the uncertainty of where the attacks would fall exhausted him. If not for the system's limitations, we would have been obliterated. The warning bell has rung. Luckily for you, I'll stop here. I would prefer to continue in a more appropriate venue. Until then, build your strength for me. After expressing anticipation for our future battle, the servant disappears. Julius glances our way, then follows suit. My apologies, Master, but until we can stop him from eliminating his presence, winning will be difficult. Yeah, Julius's servant possesses the really convenient ability to make himself invisible. Once we identify and eliminate it, we might as well consider our victory out of reach. There are 3 days left of the preparation period. In that time, I have to demystify his technique, then learn how to speak English. So, that's done with. See that thing? We're gonna go fight that. But first, we're gonna go restore MP. Don't want to run into a battle with one of those without being powered up. Which is why I saved before we came in here. And I'm going the wrong way. Because, that's a Nephilim. Those things are dangerous, but they're worth a crap ton of XP. Wow, that thing really wants to come after me, huh? Fine, we'll kill you first, and then I'll go heal again. I guess I don't have these things fully scanned because you don't spend a lot of time in this part of the arena. Yeah, since you only pretty much stay in this part of the arena during this day, that's pretty much the only way you're gonna scan them. Which isn't a big deal, I mean, minus having to run back and forth to restore MP, it's not that difficult. For the most part, anyway. Don't mind me, I'm mostly just blubbering. Hopefully I won't die here, because a Nephilim can and, quite frankly, will kill you at times. Banzai! Shit. I could use the, enemy thingamabobber that tells me what moves a foe is using, but I'm not gonna. At least not here. Yeah. These guys have a skill they like to spam called Overclock. And it hurts. This should be more than enough to finish him. I hope. Yeah. 1 or 2 more hits should be enough to finish this guy. Depending. 1 more. We've got this. Outstanding. Good job, Archer. Look at all that delicious XP. That's a lot of XP, and I love it.
汝がこの調子ならいいんだがね。
Indeed.
礼装とはありがたい。
So, I'm gonna cut the episode here and come back at the end. You know, like usual, since most of this is just gonna be grinding from here on out. And we're back at the end of the episode. Hooray! I'll do the last one on screen, which I actually forgot to do last time. So, you know, I'm redeeming myself here. Except I screwed up and I forgot Archer had an extra line when you pick up the, trigger. He basically says, oh, well, you got it, but no thanks to me this time. Or something to that effect.
消え去るがいい。
And level up. Now, if I could just maybe not screw this up.
先は長いぞ。
Really, what happened yesterday was partially my fault. There was no reason for the file to get corrupted. I mean, I followed all the freaking procedures I always do. But, you know, something had to go wrong and dick me over. Story of my life. But I shouldn't have cut it and pasted to the flash drive. I should have just copied. So that one is at least partially on me. But I'm gonna blame the universe. Okay, that should be everything. Now watch as I missed a treasure or something.
賛成だ。いい加減、外が恋しくなってきた。
Alright, so he's got something to say. Seeing through one of that servant's tricks is a great accomplishment. Now, if we could only see the stupid guy, period. If we can make the invisible servant visible, we might have a chance of winning. We'll find a way, Master. Yeah, it didn't completely suck there. Thank goodness I kept that extra save file, though. I would love to save my progress. And with that, I'm going to end the episode here. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope the next one doesn't require me to record it twice.